What really happened to Jonathan Antoine after the lights of Britain's Got Talent faded? It's a question that still echoes across fan communities years later, because when that shy teenager walked on stage back in 2012 with trembling hands and a voice that could fill a cathedral, the entire nation paused. Viewers expected another awkward audition, but what they got instead was a once-in-a-generation moment, the kind of surprise that makes even Simon Cowell sit up straight. Jonathan's performance of The Prayer with Charlotte Jaconelli wasn't just beautiful, it was a cultural shockwave. Within seconds, the judges were spellbound, Amanda Holden's jaw practically hit the floor, and social media erupted with praise, calling him the next Pavarotti. But behind that angelic voice was a boy who'd endured bullying, self-doubt, and social anxiety, and who never imagined millions would one day chant his name. Overnight, he became a global talking point, trending worldwide, drawing comparisons to operatic legends twice his age. Yet, as every fame story reminds us, the standing ovation is just the beginning. Because after that magical night, Jonathan Antoine's life would take turns that no one could have predicted. Career-defining decisions, battles with identity, personal reinvention, and revelations that proved talent alone doesn't shield you from life's chaos. And tonight, we'll uncover exactly what unfolded after BGT, from the record deals to the heartbreak, from the glory to the growth, and from the boy who shocked the judges to the man who found his own voice beyond the stage. Right after the Britain's Got Talent finale, Jonathan Antoine went from a regular 17-year-old to the face of a multi-million-pound classical crossover sensation. And frankly, he looked as shocked as everyone else. One moment, he was lugging school books through the hallways of West Hatch High School. The next, he was signing autographs under flashing cameras with Simon Cowell's Psycho Music offering him a £1 million deal. Alongside Charlotte Jaconelli, Jonathan released Together in 2012, and it soared up the UK charts faster than Simon could say, "That's incredible." The media spun their fairy tale partnership as the sweet antidote to reality TV chaos, two teens proving substance could still trump spectacle. Interviews flooded in, Jonathan nervously adjusting his tie while Charlotte handled microphones like a pro. They performed on primetime shows, sold out concert halls, and met classical icons who treated them like prodigies. But the higher you rise, the louder the whispers get. Could Jonathan handle fame, or was the pressure already tightening around him like a vocal cord too stretched to sing? Between recording sessions, interviews, and photo ops, he confessed later that the whirlwind left him breathless, unsure if he was living his dream or someone else's version of it. Still, the record sold, the crowd screamed, and the duo became a symbol of youthful hope in a cynical industry, though few realized the cracks were already forming beneath that polished harmony. Behind every smiling album cover duo photo, there's usually a silent story, and for Jonathan Antoine and Charlotte Jaconelli, it was creative friction mixed with growing pains. Their voices blended perfectly, but their visions for the future didn't always harmonize. Jonathan leans toward operatic depth and technical purity, arias that could make seasoned tenors nod in approval, while Charlotte's heart beat for musical theater emotion. Their label, Seeing Chart Gold, pushed them to stay together because, let's face it, Jonathan and Charlotte sold better than two teenagers with separate names. But artistic tension is like carbon dioxide in a soda bottle. The more you shake it, the more explosive the pop when it finally opens. Jonathan began to feel boxed in, aware that his personal story, the bullied boy who conquered the stage, was overshadowing his real artistry. Charlotte, equally ambitious, sensed the same restlessness. By 2014, they faced the inevitable, part ways, or risk both drowning in expectations. When the split was announced, fans gasped like a choir missing its cue. Yet Jonathan described the moment not as a breakup, but as liberation, a chance to breathe and sing on his own terms, no duet required. Breaking free from a successful duo is like jumping off a moving train. You hope the landing doesn't hurt. Jonathan's first solo step came with his debut album, Tenor, in 2014, a powerful statement that he was more than half a partnership. He poured his heart into classic Italian arias and cinematic tracks, pushing his voice into ranges that left even critics speechless. The album debuted high on classical charts, proof that the talent wasn't a fluke. He toured, performed with orchestras, and gradually refined his public persona from reality show discovery to legitimate artist. Still, adjusting to life as a soloist meant carrying the full weight. No partner to lean on when interviews got awkward. No shared stage to divide the nerves. Fans noticed a new confidence in him: slimmer face, sharper tuxedos, steadier gaze. Yet he admitted in later interviews that he still battled anxiety and self-doubt before every performance. Fame, he said, had not cured insecurity, it merely gave it better lighting. Tenore wasn't just an album, it was a declaration that Jonathan Antoine had officially entered adulthood, musically and emotionally. 2 years later came Believe, and with it, a Jonathan reborn. Gone was the shy teen. In his place stood a confident tenor daring to cross boundaries. The album blended opera classics with unexpected covers like Hallelujah and Bring Him Home, and it worked. Critics praised the versatility, fans cried during live renditions, and even skeptics grudgingly admitted he'd evolved. Jonathan's stage presence had matured. Instead of shrinking from cameras, he played with them, joking mid-concert and delivering high notes that could wake a sleepy orchestra. He began performing in the US, appearing on PBS specials and talk shows where his charm and humility melted hearts all over again. Yet, amidst the success, he carried a quiet burden, a lingering fear of slipping into obscurity, of being remembered only as that kid from BGT. Rather than chase trends, he doubled down on authenticity, telling fans, "I want to make music that feels like me, not music that sells like someone else." That quote alone earned applause online, and Believe cemented his reputation as one of Britain's most promising classical crossover stars. By the time Going the Distance released in 2020, Jonathan Antoine had transformed again, not just as an artist, but as a man, reclaiming balance. The album title fit perfectly. It symbolized endurance, patience, and survival in an industry that moves faster than a caffeinated TikTok trend. The songs ranged from soaring orchestral pieces to intimate ballads that felt like diary entries sung aloud. COVID-19 lockdowns derailed touring plans, but Jonathan pivoted to online concerts and live stream performances, charming audiences with his warmth and unfiltered humor. Fans adored his candid chats about coffee obsessions and vocal warm-ups gone wrong, proving even a world-class tenor can laugh at himself. Going the Distance wasn't just another project. It was the sound of someone who'd finally found peace in his art, singing less to impress and more to connect. Off stage, Jonathan's story took deeper, more personal turns. He's spoken openly about years of bullying for his weight and sensitivity, experiences that once made him retreat inward. Fame magnified those insecurities. Trolls online replaced playground bullies, and harsh tabloid photos fueled public commentary about his size. But rather than hide, Jonathan addressed it head-on, explaining that mental health mattered more than image. In 2022, he revealed he'd been diagnosed with autism, a moment of clarity that helped him understand decades of feeling different. The news shocked some fans, but inspired many others who saw him as a voice for neurodiverse representation in classical music. He also began a significant health transformation, reportedly shedding major weight and embracing wellness, not out of vanity, but longevity. When asked if fame fixed his problems, he laughed softly and said, "Fame amplifies everything, good and bad. You just learn which volume knob to touch." Jonathan's reach now extends far beyond the opera stage. He's become an advocate for kindness, mental health awareness, and self-acceptance. His social media presence, once quiet, turned into a place of positivity, full of humorous posts about practice blunders and philosophical reflections about life under the spotlight. He mentors young singers, reminding them that you can't pour from an empty cup, encouraging rest, study, and authenticity. When he speaks, it's not with diva arrogance, but relatable sincerity, the kind that makes viewers feel they're talking to an old friend. He's also collaborated with legendary songwriter Diane Warren on unreleased tracks, a partnership that promises to merge classical grandeur with pop emotion. And while tabloids chase scandals, Jonathan quietly proves that the most powerful comeback isn't loud or flashy, it's consistent, honest growth. In 2025, Jonathan Antoine stands as one of Britain's most respected crossover tenors, balancing global performances, recording sessions, and personal development. He's appeared on prestigious stages across the US, Europe, and Asia, often headlining charity galas where his rendition of Nessun Dorma still sends chills. Critics note his vocal tone has deepened with age, carrying more emotion and control. Fans who followed him since BGT say he now radiates calm confidence, the nervous teen replaced by a man fully aware of his gift and the responsibility it carries. Financially stable, artistically free, and emotionally centered, Jonathan has achieved something rare in show business: longevity without scandal. And while younger talents chase viral fame, he remains the quiet force reminding the world that discipline and humility still matter. So what really happened to Jonathan Antoine after BGT? He grew up. He faced his fears, redefined success, and turned a fleeting reality show spotlight into a lifelong career built on integrity and resilience. His journey proves that talent might win applause, but perseverance earns respect. For every viewer who remembers that trembling teenager in a school blazer, Jonathan's evolution stands as proof that dreams don't expire when the credits roll, they simply evolve. Today, his voice is richer, his message louder, and his purpose clearer. And while some stars fade, Jonathan keeps shining steadily, not as a tabloid headline, but as an artist who learned to sing not just with power, but with peace. And if that's not a plot twist worth celebrating, I don't know what is.